Hey everyone, this is Richard from Propelio. Today we're going to talk about lead templates. And a lead template is something that's best illustrated through an example. I'm going to show you what a lead template is and how we can actually modify a lead template in Propelio. So first off, to illustrate this, I'm going to go to our leads folder and I'm going to add a lead. And remember, a lead is a property that we are interested in. We can use Propelio as a lead management system, and once we have a lead in the system, we can actually get comps on that property. So what I'm first going to do is just add a random address in, and I'm going to hit the next button, and I'm going to copy these property facts over and hit save, and then I have essentially created this page devoted to this property or this lead. And so if I were to go back to my leads folder and click on this blue area right here, I would be able to see some basic property facts information. If I'd filled out any of the financials information, that would appear here too. I can see who the lead owner is, and if I was to click on the red text here, I would be able to bring up some additional information on this property. Now, let's take a look at these templates. So a template is essentially one of these sections here. So property facts is an example of a template. So inside this box here, we can see things like the address, the beds, the baths, square footage, etc. We have another template down here, the financial section, where we can start filling out information on things like the ARV, days on market, etc. And we also have a miscellaneous section where we have room for notes, is the seller motivated, reason for sale, photos and video links that we can upload, etc. Now, what we're going to do now is modify these templates. So what I mean by that is that we may have, as a real estate investor, you may have certain types of properties that you tend to gravitate towards, and these templates may not contain all the information that you would like them to contain. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that information by modifying our lead template. So we go over to our leads folder, and then we hit this gear icon over here. So I'm going to click on that, and then what that does is bring up the templates field. So you remember we were looking just a moment ago at the property facts, and that contained information like the address, the beds, the baths, the year built, etc. Well, what we can do is actually add additional fields, and those fields will either come in the form of a text field, a number field, a financial field, a date, a yes or no, an address, a web link, or attachments. So what do we mean by this? Well, let's say we are interested in investing in properties that typically have swimming pools. So let's drag a yes/no field over into this template. So let's just put it over here. We can put it wherever we like in this template. And let's rename this from yes or no. And I'm going to call this swimming pool. And what we're going to see in just a second is that this field updates, and just takes a couple of seconds as the system records that information. So that yes/no field has now changed to swimming pool. And let's also add a field for lot size. So that won't be a yes/no field, that will be a number field. So I'm going to drag in the number field, and I'm going to rename that lot size. And again, it just takes the system a few seconds to update, and there we go. So we've now created the field lot size, and we've now created the field swimming pool. Now what we have to do is remember now to save that. Very easy to forget to save that. So I'm going to hit save changes, and then that's just going to take a second to save. And what we're going to see now, I'm going to go back to my lead, and now we have a yes/no field. So by swimming pool, so I added a yes/no field by swimming pool, so I can say whether a property has or has not got a swimming pool. In addition, we added a lot size field as well, and that was a numerical field, and so we can put a number in here. I'm just going to make this number up, 5,000. So that's how we add additional fields. Similarly, you could add fields to the financials or the miscellaneous section. So let's just take a quick look at how to do that. So we go to leads, we go to the gear, and those modifications occur retroactively. And what I mean by that is if we've already created a lead, like we did in this example, and we didn't have the swimming pool field or lot size field, but then we add those, then any lead that we've created previously will have room for us to add that information if we want to. Of course, we don't have to. So a few minutes ago, I added the lot size in the swimming pool to the property facts field. Similarly, I could drag things over into the financials field, so anything I wanted to. And similarly, I could add or drag anything from here into the miscellaneous field as well. And so recall, we need to remember to hit save changes once we've done that. And if you decide that there are fields in there that you don't want, there are certain core base fields that we can't delete, like the address, beds, and baths. But you can see this, these ones that we've added are slightly bolded. And once we hover the mouse over them, you'll see this little X appear up here. They don't appear on these other ones. But this one that I just added lot size, if I decided for whatever reason I wasn't interested, I could hit delete and hit OK. If I decided I was no longer interested in properties with or without swimming pools, I could just hit that delete as well. And then remember, I need to hit the save changes button, and then that will all be saved. And then if I was to go back into my leads, then those fields that I recently added, the swimming pool field and the lot size field, have been removed. So that